little Michale Graves right here on the Tony Jones Show off of the album Vagabond. That track was Hold On to Yesterday. Then before that, we heard from our in-studio guest, but in recorded form. We heard from Cheri Dahl. That track was High Heels. The Tony Jones Show continues. George Garner is my co-host. George, good evening.
Good evening.
Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. Thanks, everybody. Check it in there. And on Twitter, at Tony Jones in RI. Don't forget to check out TonyJones.org. And, of course, remember, catching our live show, but you want to relive it again, go on iTunes and listen to this very program in podcast form. A lot of people, George, listening to the Tony Jones Show whilst at the gym, which is just ridiculous to me.
As far as I'm concerned, being at the gym is ridiculous to me.
But that again.
But if you have to be there,
yeah.
I mean, this is a good choice among entertainment.
If you have to be there and you have to be miserable, why not listen to something that doesn't suck?
Exactly.
I think you're only allowed to listen to Beyonce, Christina Aguilera, and Celine Dion when you're at the gym. I think that's a law. And
I'll tell you that,
one of the several thousand reasons why I don't go to gym.
Yeah, that'd be my version of hell. You know, listening to Beyonce or Celine Dion and watching the flabby, wrinkled, nasty-looking human being in front of you. You know, it's terrible.
You know, and I don't want to get too far off on a tangent here, but the worst thing about the gym, or at least the gym that I personally go to, is the fact that, you know, you go to the gym, you have a nice workout, and then I'll go over to the sauna. And, of course, in the sauna is some 80-year-old Jewish man.
Does he have to be Jewish? Why my people? I always pick my people.
Because they're the ones that do. Trust me, and I know that he's Jewish.
Why can't he be, you know, just like some guy from Maine, some white guy? You know,
he is in the sauna. He is buck naked, reading the newspaper.
Then he's Jewish if he's reading the paper. just more educated. You know, just something to do.
Just show. He's putting it all out there.
Yeah, he's Italian if he's got his gold chains on in the sauna.
Well, he just wants you to see that his schmeckle is, you know, by far more enormous.
Some broadcasting history has been made today for the first time on the Tony Jones Show. The word schmeckle has been uttered.
That's right. Talk about the Jews, you're going to hear about schmeckles.
So let's get back on track now.
Okay.
Let's go from gyms and saunas and schmeckles to someone who you've been playing for a little while now.
I certainly have, yes.
How have you seen it changed, you know, not just live, but with the technology and everything? How have you seen that change?
It's changed in every way. It's
exactly.
I'm like a person who was hanging out in, you know, excuse me, let's change that. It's in 1889, going, hey, this is pretty cool. Yeah, things are closing down on me. You know, things are getting newfangled and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, it's 1900, and it's 1913, and like, what the fuck is this? Excuse me. Beep. Too late. You know, driving cars. We got all kinds of ways of doing stuff that I don't like. Telephones, which I still don't like.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I mean, I've been alive for, you know, almost 200 years, apparently, and... I just... What can I say about this, except that, you know, to me, it's just... Everything is like nonsense. To be honest, I can barely may send an email or do Facebook and use my cell phone. I just feel like it's just not fun to do that.
Would you agree though that the internet is a blessing more than a curse for us musicians?
I don't know. Is that what you want to really know? No, it's not. I'll tell you what was nice. It was nice to be able to play at the greatest clubs in New York City. I was lucky. I guess I got to play at CBGB's and Tramps and Lone Star, you know, all these freaking places that, and I didn't take it for granted, but I didn't realize how fortunate I was. I got to even sing at the Village Gate, which was an amazing jazz club, and do a lot of things that I never realized until now were really incredible things to have done, especially now when I look in New York City and see that everything has become like just a big corporate hub, and there's Starbucks on every corner. And, you know, it's people singing and getting gigs and doing what now? It's people expect you to pay to play and all kinds of ridiculous stuff. When I played at CB's, they never asked me to pay to play. I got paid. You know, we had a door. You invited people. People actually showed up to your gigs. You know, they didn't say, "Oh, I had a good gig. I was home picking my toenails, and I was on the internet doing, you know, Christian or J date or whatever date they're doing." Yeah, so yeah, it's changed a lot because New York City was a place where you could live anywhere in town. You could live on $300 a month if you had to, and now it's not that anymore. It's that creative, beautiful thing that I grew up with, and that love of peace and hope and freakiness has just been laid to rest. And we had a really good thing where it used to be, you just went out, man. Everyone went to the disco. It didn't matter if you were queer, if you were if you were gay, if you were straight. Me.
You are literally killing me.
Well, I'm sorry. That's me. I'm really sorry about that. You know, that's what they taught me in those New York City schools. So anyway, you know, you're gay, you're straight, you're this, you're that. You all went to the disco. I wore a Disco Sucks t-shirt. Can I say sucks?
Yeah,
I wore Disco Sucks t-shirts to the disco.
Schmeckle I don't know about, but sucks is cool.
Schmeckle means penis. Can you say penis? Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's a medical term. That's what that works.
Okay, so in any case, yeah, it also means moron. And we have a few meanings for each word, like the Chinese. That's why we get along so well. We love that food, boy. I had some last night. I was so happy. I felt like there was no way I could have performed without having had that beef on a stick. It was just unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
Yes.
If you're regretting the good old days of New York...
I'm not regretting it. I'm grateful for it.
Okay, but my point is that if you think New York has declined, spend about a week to 10 days in Rhode Island.
Well,
then you will go back to New York City and you will see a rainbow of glory hovering.
I've only been here for a day and a half. No disrespect to Rhode Island, but you know, it's
I already
nice.
did.
You got a cute. No. You know what? Here's the thing. Every place has the thing about it that makes it special, and I know that Providence has its special stuff, and you know New York has its special stuff. New York used to have more special stuff, and now there's just, you know, Starbucks, Duane Reade, Disneyland, people who are 20 years old making over, you know, $200,000 a year and kicking us folks out into the woods like me, who grew up in New York City. I was born, raised there, the whole bit, and it's when it's not fun, it's time to get. And fortunately for me and many other artists, we just love to play music, and it was never about, like I said, you know, having delusions of grandeur and, you know, being a Liberace of rock and roll or whatever the hell that means. You know, can I say hell?
Yeah, hell, I think
we're not the Bible Belt.
They have the FCC has cut back so much staffing that I think that they don't even have dudes to, you know, do that anymore.
Well, to the dude who's on right now, I just want to say I'm really sorry that I said the F curse, but I'm not going to say frack because that is totally gay.
Fracking.
Yeah, that's just wrong. There's just something really wrong with that.
Isn't that something you do underground or something?
Isn't that has something to do with natural gas?
I thought it was something to do with those science fiction shows on TV. You know, they can't say.
Could be all three.
So they're like, you know, you're so fracking tough, aren't you? And, you know, that really makes them seem really fracking tough.
That just turned my stomach.
Yeah. That's, I think, you know, that's for the followers of the Fembot Nation and whatnot.
It is amazing, to your earlier point, much earlier point,
yes.
But I'm still thinking about it, is that while you're doing something, you're just doing it, and then you look back and you say, that was really cool.
Right, yeah, sure.
You know, it's weird how those, I don't think there's anybody who appreciates at that moment what's, you know, they're just getting through the day and doing their gig and trying to find a parking spot and trying to, you know,
sure, but you
go home
appreciate
sober.
that. Like, there were also times we used to play together. Like, we'd get like 5 or 6 bands. We're all friends. We play together. We'd stay for each other's shows. Now, we don't want friends to play together and all this stuff. And they want to charge. You know, okay, you have to bring 200 people, or you know, we're going to take the thing and pull you off stage. You know, just ridiculous. Or you owe us money, and I'm thinking,
the big gong show hook.
The big hook comes out like vaudeville days.
Actually, I was going to book. Excuse me, I was going to blah blah blah. I was going to book a show at a club that I'm not going to say the name of in New York City, which thinks it's a new CBGB's, but it's not. It's really a shithole with a basement, and where you play in a basement,
Sweet.
and it's actually a sub basement. In any event, and I was going to get the likes of Ellen Foley to open up. And Ellen Foley's no joke. I mean, sure, she sang with Meatloaf. There'd be no Bat Out of Hell without her. And she's got her following. And the club said, oh, well, you have to bring this amount of money, and you and Ellen have to pay the sound guy. And I said, okay, well, guess what? Ellen Foley and Cheri Dahl are not going to play. So kiss our tuchus. And,
Thank you. I appreciate
so
that.
we didn't play that gig. But I'd rather play for free than be told and dictated to, by these clubs. And, frankly, they can stick it.
And now the problem is, and they get the younger kids, is with
they're
the...
desperate, and I'm not.
Well, yeah, the young kids just want to do it, but with the pre-sale tickets, here's a certain amount of tickets you have to pre-sale.
Yeah, I won't do shit
and
like
you
that,
can
stuff like that.
play if you sell a certain amount of tickets.
No, I'm not doing it. Why should I? I've been doing it too long.
I feel bad for these kids.
I feel bad for me. Why don't they just, hire me and pay me something decent, and then I would go out of my way to make sure that the people who love me would actually show up. But, why should I go out of my way and bust my ass to, get, 100 people to come and see me when I know, number one, they're going to rip me off, because they always do. Number two, they're going to just be disrespectful to me and have me pay this and pay that and all kinds of stuff. I need my Peter Grant, man. And until I have him, I'll just have to be my own Cheri Grant. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of people who love you, we all love you here.
Oh, well, thank you very
and
much.
And we would like you to play another live song.
Oh.
Let me look at the clock. Yeah.
Okay.
Can we play another live one?
I'll do another bridge version of something. I'll play something that maybe you haven't heard. Or let's see here. I got them sitting on my song list here that I usually don't bring with me.
Written by hand, I will mention.
is.
It's not on an iPad or...
No, it's written in this
not on
little cool Chinese book that I bought down when Chinatown used to be Chinatown. Now it's Starbucks Chinatown. You go down there, and there's no there's like a few Chinese people for good measure.
An egg roll latte would be fantastic.
Yeah, but
a little spicy mustard on top.
Let's see, what are we in the mood for? Gee, you want something depressing or? Let's see, that's the choices: something depressing or something a little less
Not
depressing.
so depressing.
Okay, woo, that sounded depressing. All right. I can't stand when people say, this is a song about a dog that I ran over with a car, blah, blah, blah. But this is another true song about something. It's a real New York story. Woohoo! When I knew I had a second chance to be with you, I screwed it up that last time. My letter just continued. Left off, and now I see it was all my fault. Hey babe, don't say it's over. Let me still believe that someday you'll forgive me. Lose your good temper for me, and all your little downtown friends, they say that I'm a snob, they're just from out of town.